Hello everyone, my name is Guna. I'm a startup coach and the author of the book Startup Recipe. I know you all watch a lot of movies. I'm a great movie lover. I watch a lot of movies. Last year's hundreds of movies I watched. But there are some movies where we can learn a lot regarding business, regarding entrepreneurship. So in this Facebook Live, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through 5 movies which any aspiring entrepreneur, any startup founder should watch, and you can get a lot of lessons from these 5 movies. You may have watched one or two of this. If you have not watched any of these movies, don't miss to watch this. So are you ready for this Facebook Live where we can see what movies you can watch and you can learn from them? So I will just take you through a list of movies here. Okay, these are the 5 movies which we are going to talk about now. I will just share quickly some key points which you can learn from these movies. The first movie which we are going to talk about is called Shawshank Redemption. It, it's an old movie, came in 1994. So in this movie, the lead character do something consistently for 20 years to achieve his goal. I'm not going to share with you what it is because that will become a spoiler. So I'm not going to tell you what the lead character actually did for 20 years. But the lesson is he did something every single day for 20 years. So let me quickly cover some key points from this movie. So in this movie, he will be put in jail for something which he has not done. He has not done that, but he got into the jail. So he tells in this, life will not be always fair to you. We must accept whatever happens. See, this is something not normal. Like he got into jail for something which he didn't do, but the attitude which he shows towards the movie throughout the movie is like life will not be always fair, but it's okay. We need to accept. And then he also, the attitude of this character is also like that. Don't be afraid of what other people think. Just don't be worried. Keep your mind always be occupied. So the character tells us that don't be worried about what others telling you. Don't even think about it. Just keep your mind occupied. In this, the lead character, though he is put in jail, what he'll be doing is he'll be carving chess pieces because it is one of his skill which he will be doing. He'll be taking care of the accounts inside the jail. He'll be setting up the library. So he always kept himself occupied, which also helped him achieve his goal. And the next is he also mentioned one of the important message from this movie is don't be institutionalized. Don't be in a comfort zone for a long period of time. If you are like that, what will happen is you may be busy living or busy dying. In this movie, one person who works in jail for more than 50 years comes out of the jail, and when he want to live in the normal world, he could not sustain and he commits suicide. So being comfortable for so long inside that jail, he could not adapt to the normal life outside. So don't be comfortable in particular situation or in a particular mode for a long time, which is not good for us. And take risk. In this movie, the lead character takes a super high risk. Nobody can even think about it. So he took that risk and finally he achieved what he wanted through the grit and perseverance. Generally, when we see somebody successful, we think it's an overnight success. Hey, he got luck, he suddenly got, he won, he got this achievement, etc. But behind every successful person, behind every overnight success, there would have been a 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 years of hard work. In this movie, likewise, he do something consistently every single week for 6 years, for which he would have got a result. And also he do something every single day for 20 years, which actually helps him to achieve the final end goal. As I told you, I'm not going to reveal what he did in this movie because that will become a spoiler. That will You will lose interest while watching this movie. So now I'm going to take you through the next movie, one of my favorite movies called Pursuit of Happiness, released in 2006. This movie I watched many times. Even recently, last week, I again want to watch. I again watched it. Every time I watch, I get some new lessons also because the perception changes. now during this period with the current mindset. When I watched last week, I got some new lessons also. So in this movie, one strong message is setbacks are a way of life. It is going to be common in everybody's life. We have to go with it. And how to protect your dream. When you have a dream, people around you may not believe in that, may be against that for various reasons. It is you who have to protect your dream. You need not worry about others, or you just need not go on their guidance or whatever they say. You need not leave the dream and you just go away. So you have to protect your dream. How you can protect your dream? In this, Will Smith protect his dream till the end, and that's how we get all the accomplishment which we wants. And then failure and resiliency. Whenever we get a failure, we can either get knocked down and stay down itself, or we can completely out of resilient, we can just buck up and we can start fresh. So this message also conveyed very strongly in this movie. And it's never too late to start something new. A lot of people think whether I can start this, I should have started this long back. I think I'm starting late. I'm doing this late. I could have started this early. That is with regard to business, with regards to health, or whatever it is, or to learn something new. But what actually happens in this movie is he starts something in his 40s. He joined in a company as an intern in the age of 40, when other interns are just 20 years old. Because only if he joins as an intern in that company, he can achieve his goal. That's one of a way to achieve his goal, because of which he joined that company as an intern. So it is never late to start something new. And also the message portrayed in this movie is we never receive what we want, just like that. Only after doing everything we can, we will get what we want. That's a superb message again from this movie. So you should not miss this movie also. And the next movie, one of my favorite movie again, it's, you all know about Facebook. So for those who don't know much about Facebook, this movie can tell you more about it. So the movie Social Network, released in 2010, is more about Facebook and the journey of building Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg's journey. And this movie's message starts with what a 18-year-old college kid can do. What is the capability? Because a lot of us think, I don't have this capacity to become successful. I don't have this skill. I don't have that skill. So we always underrate ourselves. But in this movie, it's very clearly portrayed that what a 18-year-old person can do. Just a college kid can do wonders. And today we all are using Facebook. Even this Facebook Live, we are again using that. And change can happen fast. Convert ideas into business faster is one strong message in this movie. Because Mark got an idea and he just don't write that idea and he slept. What he did is he went, he sit in front of his computer, he started doing something, and he developed. In a week it got developed into something, and within few weeks he developed into a big product. The facemash.com is what he created. So he just took action and created so quickly. So whenever you have an idea, act on it faster is one message again from this movie. And all big accomplishments start with small beginnings. We have heard a lot of stories. A lot of companies just started from small garages, and this movie is not an exception. This also started with a small in just within the room with some of his friends. He started sharing his idea, he started working on his computer, and it became so big today. And the next is add great value to customers and constantly improve the value. So what he created was something amazing, where people can connect to each other. People can interact with each other digitally by sitting in their place. And he not only stopped that, okay, I have created something, so let me make money out of it. He didn't stop. What he did is constantly was improving. Even today, he is doing a lot of improvement. Facebook, the team Facebook is doing amazing improvements every single day. That's a message again. It is not about doing your business, launching your business. It's always you have to add value to customers. Only then you will flourish always. And in this movie, one strong message which also told us, you sometimes don't know your true potential, but people around you may identify that potential. In this, What happens is Mark or his friends, the partners, actually are not aware of what their product can do, what wonders it can do. But what happens is Sean Parker, he came and he told him, this is not $1 million idea, this is actually $1 billion idea, and this is how you have to take it forward. So he was the eye opener and he told them what is the idea, what is this product capable of. And finally, in this movie, he also gave one important suggestion. Sam Parker gave a suggestion that instead of the Facebook, because it was earlier the Facebook.com, he just tells them that remove the from the Facebook, just make it as facebook.com. But actually the domain which was purchased is only the facebook.com, and www.facebook.com was not with the Facebook team. They have to purchase it, so they paid $200,000 to purchase the domain. And after a few years, in 2011, they also want to buy fb.com, for which again they paid around 8.5 million and they bought. Now if you go and type fb.com, that again takes you there. So these are some amazing lessons from Facebook. I'm just covering few key points, but if you watched the movie, you will understand how strong each message is conveyed. And the next we are moving to another big brand called Apple. You all know Apple, iPhone, MacBook. But the story behind is what happened, what is the journey of Apple founder is what is portrayed in this movie called Steve Jobs, released in 2014. So the benefit of starting a business at the young age, that's one clear message mentioned in this movie. Because Steve started his journey much earlier, and he mentions in the movie also that when you don't have a family, you have more energy, more time, and you can focus on what you want. And the determination and focus which he have from the beginning till the end was amazing. It was portrayed in a very good way in this movie, because always he was focusing on what he wanted to do. He never got distracted. And don't be better, be different is always a motto of Apple. Even now, the tagline is think differently. So they never wanted to be better. They wanted to be different. They wanted to come up with something new. So they came up with iPod. They came up with iPhone, new features and AirPods. Something new, something different. When somebody use their product, they should feel that different. Okay, I'm different. That's the motto behind this company, and that's always there. And he always focus on minute details, even the small details he always focus. And that is very well portrayed in this movie, why you should focus on even the small things in your business. Don't take anything for granted is very well established in this movie. And finally, always tells that we need not be smart, we need not be the best, but we need to hire the best people in our team. And also we need to collaborate with good partners, good vendors, good business partners, and leverage them. And if whenever needed, we should ask for help. These are some amazing messages from this movie. Don't miss to watch this movie. And then we finally come to the last movie, The Founder, released in 2016. I know everybody know about McDonald's. This is movie about McDonald's. For those of you who don't know the story of McDonald's was not founded by Ray Kroc. It was founded by McDonald brothers. Ray Kroc came as a franchising agent, gave them an idea. He expanded the company. Later, he took over the company on himself. So this is the quick summary of this movie, and you will understand more when you watch. So in this movie, McDonald brothers did so much of trial and error for many years, and finally they've come up with a plan. Okay, these are the products we have to sell, this is how we have to deliver, this is how the service to be, this is how the cooking area setup should be, and everything. They've come up with the final version after so much of trial and error. And in this also, everything what we should measure in our business, it's very important. Whatever we measure, when we measure something, it's important. In this movie, McDonald brothers always started measuring what is happening from the each bill, who's purchasing what product, how many burgers we are selling per day, how many other products we are selling per day. And finally they understood that 87% of customers, 87% of revenue is coming from these three products: hamburgers, fries, and soft drinks. And this also helped them when they franchised the brand. They focused on only these three products and they just added two more products with this and they expanded. So you should know which product is selling well in your business, and you need to know why it is selling well and how to expand and how to keep that as the primary product. And also, being curious is very important when you want to start a business. In this, Ray Kroc was actually only selling multi mixers. So usually restaurants will buy one mixer, two mixer from him. But suddenly, when he get an order of 8 mixers, he got curious. Who's that buying 8 mixers? What is this restaurant doing? Let me go and have a check. So he went and saw phenomenal process which is followed in the small restaurant by McDonald Brothers. And he thought that this idea can be taken across the country. He had this vision. But what we also did is, he convinced McDonald Brothers, he sold the vision to them, and he told them, your business, the process which you have created after so much of trial and error, have got amazing potential to expand across the country. So he sold the vision, and then he also negotiated. What he did is, because negotiation skills is very important when you're an entrepreneurship, when you're getting into entrepreneurship, because you negotiate with vendors, with your customers, with your partners, and with your franchising agents, etc. In this movie, what was very clearly mentioned is, Ray Kroc, though being a franchising agent, he negotiated so well that he get 4 times than what McDonald Brothers got. Though they found the product, they found the process, they did so much of trial and error. Who gets more here is the good negotiator. So he got 4 times higher income, higher percentage of revenue than the McDonald Brothers. And he also, when want to expand, that is when he started expanding as a franchising model. Once Ray Kroc came inside, he started telling them we can franchise like that. But before expanding it, they got the systems right. In every single outlet, the quality, the quantity, and the way of doing the preparation, everything should be the same. And they started training their preparators in such a way that the quality is maintained across the outlets in the same way. And he got all the systems right, only particular potatoes to be bought, and this is the water temperature we should use. Everything was systemized, and then they expanded the brand. And one final thing which, before watching this movie, you should know is, we all know that McDonald's is a food related business. They are in the food industry, but they are in the real estate industry, is what you should know, because they own the assets. 87% of McDonald's franchisees, McDonald's outlets are owned by franchisees. But the best thing about it is, all those franchisee outlets are owned by the building, either the building or building plus land owned by McDonald's, and they again rented the place out to them, and which is a great revenue for McDonald's apart from what they get from the sales. Also, they had one more control because they are the owner of the property. If some franchisee is not doing well, they're not following the system, or they're not doing good sales, they had the control of replacing them with a new franchisee. This is an amazing thing followed by McDonald's. Today, their worth is in real estate is also huge, apart from what they make in the food business. So these are 5 movies which I want you to watch as a startup founder, because you can learn a lot from these movies. So please watch these movies, use this time, learn a lot about it, and kindly make a note of whatever you learn from these movies. Otherwise, we just watch movie and we forget everything. Share this video to all your friends who want to start a business, so that they can also understand what kind of movies they should watch, and what are some lessons they can get from these movies. So thank you for watching this video, watching this Facebook live. See you in my next Facebook live. Thank you.